Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something really interesting: what exactly makes Seventh-day Adventists different from other Christian groups. If you've ever heard of them and wondered what sets them apart, then stick around, because we're breaking it all down in a way that's super easy to understand. So, let's start with the basics. Seventh-day Adventists are Christians. They believe in Jesus Christ. They read the Bible, and they believe in salvation through faith. But there are some unique beliefs and practices that make them stand out, and that's what we're exploring today. One of the first things you'll notice is right there in the name Seventh Day. Unlike most Christian churches that gather for worship on Sunday, Adventists go to church on Saturday. Why? Because they believe Saturday is the true Sabbath, the day God rested after creation, and the day He commanded to be kept holy. So for them, from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, it's a sacred time for rest, worship, and family. Another major difference is how Adventists view health and lifestyle. They take the idea of the body being a temple of God very seriously. That means many of them are vegetarian or vegan. They don't drink alcohol, they don't smoke, and they avoid things like caffeine. In fact, some Adventist communities, like the one in Loma Linda, California, are known for having some of the longest living people in the world. They also put a strong emphasis on education and healthcare. The church runs thousands of schools and hospitals around the world. Adventists believe in caring for both the mind and the body, and they've invested heavily in institutions that support those beliefs. It's a big part of their mission. Now, here's another thing: Adventists are really into Bible prophecy. Really into it. They study books like Daniel and Revelation with great detail, and believe these books show important clues about the end times. That's where the Adventist part of their name comes in. They believe in the second advent, or second coming of Jesus, and they believe it's going to happen soon. This belief in Jesus' soon return shapes a lot of how they live. It gives them a sense of urgency and purpose. They try to live simply, focus on spiritual things, and tell others about Jesus. That's why they do a lot of missionary work and run evangelistic programs around the world. You'll also notice they have a unique structure. The Seventh-day Adventist Church is organized globally, which means decisions and teachings are pretty consistent around the world. They're not just a bunch of independent churches doing their own thing. There's a sense of unity in what they believe and how they practice their faith. They also have a strong focus on the Bible, and they take it very literally. If the Bible says it, they believe it. That includes the Ten Commandments, the creation story, and the teachings of Jesus. The Bible is their final authority for everything. Another unique aspect is their belief in something called the Great Controversy. This is the idea that there's a cosmic battle going on between good and evil, between Jesus and Satan. Adventists believe this conflict explains a lot of what's happening in the world, and that it's all leading up to the final showdown between good and evil. And when it comes to what happens after we die, Adventists have a different view from many other Christians. They don't believe people go straight to heaven or hell when they die. Instead, they believe in something called soul sleep. Basically, when you die, you rest in the grave until Jesus comes back. Then there's a resurrection and judgment. They also believe in something called the investigative judgment. This is a belief that Jesus right now is in the heavenly sanctuary, reviewing the lives of everyone who has ever lived. It's part of the preparation before He returns to earth. Another key belief is in the writings of Ellen G. White. She was one of the founders of the Adventist Church and is considered a prophet. Her writings are not seen as equal to the Bible, but they are highly respected and used to guide the church's teachings and lifestyle. Adventists also put a strong focus on personal responsibility. They encourage people to study the Bible for themselves, to pray, and to live in a way that reflects their faith. They believe Christianity is not just about believing the right things, it's about living them out daily. Community is also a big deal. Sabbath isn't just about going to church. It's about fellowship, family, and rest. It's a time to slow down from the busyness of the week and reconnect with God and with each other. Many Adventist churches have potlucks after services and spend time together in nature or Bible study. And even though they're quite conservative in their beliefs, many Adventists are also deeply involved in helping their communities. From disaster relief to food pantries to free clinics, they're often quietly serving behind the scenes. So in summary, what makes Seventh-day Adventists different? It's their Sabbath worship, their focus on health, their deep study of prophecy, their unique beliefs about death and judgment, and their worldwide mission to prepare people for Jesus' soon return. These differences aren't just random, they all connect back to their big picture, living a life that reflects the teachings of Jesus and being ready for His second coming. Alright, that wraps up today's video. If you learned something new or found this interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and as always, take care, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.